Okay, good morning, everyone. So this is an online session about our should be last topic before midterm exam. Topic is about SQL and NoSQL. So before we start, maybe we can discuss about what is SQL. So SQL basically is short for structure query language. And definition standardized programming language. So SQL itself considered to be a programming language, manage and manipulate a relational database. Yeah. So yeah, it's SQL itself is used to manipulate relational database. So if database is non-relational, maybe it's no SQL purpose is allow user to create, retrieve, update, and delete, or we can define it as CRUD, CRUD. Okay, data in relational database. So SQL itself structures is defined by a table with a row and column. Which column define its feature like name, address, etc., and rows defines its data. For example, about the student data, which includes student ID and name. The schema include a fixed schema with predefined data type like integer, character, etc. Asset compliance shows strong support for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. It's short for ACID. So SQL is a structured query language for queries and scaling. It's about vertical scaling. So increase the power of a single server. So it's usually uh, based on a single server. There's also distribute database, but it's use a different approach. So example of this kind is MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and SQL Server. So key feature of SQL, structured data work with structured data in tables, schema, require predefined schema, relational model. So store in table with clear relationship, for example, one to many, which, for example, division in office have many employee. So one division, many employee, for example. Declarative language, you specifically what data to retrieve, know how to receive it using like a where clause, where the age of employee more than something. Okay. SQL commands, there's a four kind. Maybe most popular is a data manipulation language, which you oftenly use. Select, insert, update, and delete. Yeah. Select to selecting data, insert to add data, update to manipulating data, updating data, and deleting data, of course. So DDL used to create database, create a table, or alter the table structure, or delete a table or database. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we not quietly use this because it's can be made using graphical user interface. So yeah, third part is data control. It's actually I use it a lot to a privilege of user. I always make user specified for database or even a table. Yeah, maybe only admin user with admin can access the insert feature of the table or something. That's very important in security. For example, a blog, the normal user only can insert into a comment table, but can insert into a news. Yeah. Okay, even user possible to do SQL injection, but preference of table is not defined. It can be used to prevent the uh, yeah, illegal authorization. So last one is transaction control. Actually, it's used in programming language. For example, it's PHP or C Sharp or Java. So you define the query first, then you commit the query, and of course you can also roll back the data on put a save point. Okay. So common use of SQL is a banking system, for example, managing account and transaction, e-commerce, inventory management, customer data, this a significant one, customer relationship management, storing customer information and iteration interaction. Okay, NoSQL is a non-relational database, structure, flexible, yeah, unstructured, semi-structured, or unstructured data. Yeah, it's used a lot in big data, for example, social media or news site with lot of news. Schema is dynamic. Schema can be changed over time. Eventual consistency provides a performance over immediate consistency. So it's made to have a high performance than consistency of data. So yeah, it's not good for banking or some system that very strict to the number format. Yeah, but it's good, better, far better performance than normal SQL. Query language varies by database, no standardized query language. So there's no standard. In SQL, even you are using Oracle, Postgre, or MySQL, the query SQL itself is standard, but in NoSQL, it's not standard. Everything have a specific language. Scaling can be horizontal scaling, adding more server. So it's very useful for cloud computing or grid computing performance types, document, key value, column family, and graph, which we will discuss one by one. Example, MongoDB, Cassandra, Redis, and Neo4j. J stand for Java, of course. Key difference that structure, SQL use a structured table, NoSQL use a flexible table structure. Schema SQL requires a predefined schema. NoSQL allows schema flexibility, so you can add anything in there. Yeah, scaling, SQL scale vertically and NoSQL scale horizontally. So it's scale used as one server. A distribute database is a different thing. You can make a distributions by duplicating the data structure with different data or different data with related structure, related data or something. But NoSQL itself can be scaled in very dynamic way for a many server. Use case SQL for complex query and structured data. NoSQL for handling a large form of unstructured data. Real-time applications. So it's very usable for social media or yeah, online shopping. Yeah, online shopping for browsing a product. We can use NoSQL, but for transaction, maybe it's better to use SQL format. So when to use a SQL either for traditional structured data with clear relationship, for example, a banking, CRM, customer relationship management. SQL based for a big data, real-time web applications, data without a clear structure, social network, IoT application. Yeah, IoT application. It's better use a NoSQL because data is growth very fast, like many data per second. Yeah, for refresh rate itself, like yeah, 1,000 uh, microsecond. So it's very fast. You can post about 1,000 data per second. Yeah, very fast growth, very high velocity. Yeah, so we will discuss each format of NoSQL document database. It includes document database store data as document, usually in JSON or BSON format. Yeah, flexible schema for storing a file type of data. Data is stored in key value pair within a document. So there is also key value, but document itself actually use a key value, of course, but key value is different for each document. So it's similar as if you define a class. If you define a class, you can define a uh, same name of functions, name of variable, etc. for um, different class or different function. So yeah, data is so ideal for semi-structured data. Yeah, the software is a MongoDB and CrunchDB. So key values store. I use a simple key value to pair to store a data. Each key is unique and associated with one value. Very fast for a lookup by a key. Great for caching and session storage. Yeah, Redis, DynamoDB. Yeah. So it can be used for login session of a system or something, or temporary data of social media in mobile applications. Yeah, lot of application. Yeah, column family. So define the some data structure based on a column family in a row and column. Yeah, but group column into a family. So for example, this kind of data must be includes minimum this kind of column. For example, name and address or something. But it can be at another column, of course, because it's the dynamic, no. Each row have a different column and in each family. So maybe can be a one document, but with a different column family. So for big data applications, efficient for a wide rows. For example, Cassandra, HBase, etc. Graph database represents data as nodes and age, focusing on a relationship. Yeah. So uh, relational database is a SQL, but for more complex relations, it's actually a area of NoSQL. So graph database is usually something that highly relates. For example, network data or social network data. For example, everyone is connect based on hobbies, based on favorite foods. So it can be used as a marketing approach. Nodes are represent entities. Age represents a relationship. Optimized for analyzing interconnect data. Ideal for a social network recommendation engines. For example, Neo4j and ArangoDB. So that's all about the slide. Maybe I will make a video differently for a script. Yeah.